All right, you're all set up to bench, and you know, because you've read the book, you've watched the videos, you're supposed to drive with your legs, you've got an arch, you've got a pronated grip, you're making sure that you're unracking it with straight arms, you're starting with the bar directly above your shoulders, you're touching a point that's just a little bit lower than that on your chest, maybe a couple inches. But one of the things that sometimes tends to go out the window, either because it's easily forgotten, or for some people they just might not be really sure what it is that we're talking about, is this idea of retracting our shoulder blades. So when we're set up to bench, we want, let me turn sideways here, we want our shoulder blades to be retracted. We want them pulled back. It's as if there's a pen or a pencil behind me in between my shoulder blades, and I'm trying to pinch that in place so that if someone were to let go of that, it would still stay in place. Now, if it's tough for you to kind of figure out what to do with your shoulders, you can just try this cue. You can put your arms out in front of you as if you have kind of an imaginary barbell here, and just tell yourself to pull your fists back. Now, I mean pull your fists back without bending your arms. So if you're going to pull your fists back, it's going to look like this. And that way you can focus on cueing something that you can actually see instead of something that you can't see, if that tends to be a problem for you. So why do we retract our shoulder blades when we bench? Well, a couple of reasons. One, it puts our shoulders in a stronger, more stable, more safer position to bench from. Another reason is it gives us stability. So let's take a look here. So I'm retracting my shoulder blades. I'm going to unrack it, and I might have to re-retract them. If they tend to slip out of place right here as I unrack it, I might have to re-retract them just a little bit. But you'll notice that here I'm in a much more stable position. The outsides of my shoulders are against the bench, as opposed to here, makes it a lot easier to kind of rock back and forth like that. All right, so we get some stability. We also, added bonus here, you'll notice that I'm finishing the bench press not here, but I'm finishing the bench press here because my shoulder blades are retracted the entire time. So what does that do? Well, that actually shaves off just a little bit of range of motion. You can actually see this. We'll demonstrate again here. Note the difference between shoulder blades not retracted and shoulder blades retracted. Probably a difference of maybe 1 inch, maybe 2 inches. Now you may be telling yourself, now Phil, I thought we were supposed to use the longest effective range of motion. Valid point, but key word, effective, okay? Benching like this with your shoulders forward, this is equivalent to, because it's not stable, this is equivalent to squatting on your toes. We want to squat on a stable surface, so we're going to squat with flat feet. Likewise, we want to bench on a stable surface, so we retract our shoulder blades, okay? So going for that extra range of motion by having your shoulders forward, that's going to be equivalent to squatting on your toes. That's not an effective range of motion, even though it may be actually a little bit longer. So longest effective range of motion. So remember, when you're benching, retract your shoulder blades. Try to retract them before you unrack the bar, but you may have to re-retract them again a little bit if they tend to slip out of place after you've unracked it, and make sure that they are retracted for every subsequent rep. Hope this helps you get stronger and live better.